Good afternoon, you're watching Newsfeed. I'm Maricar Bautista. A solemn mass at the EDSA Shrine marked the start of activities prepared by the Buhay ang People Power Campaign Network for the 39th anniversary of the EDSA People Power Revolution. According to Kiko Aquino D., grandson of former President Corazon Aquino and co-convener of BAP, People Power serves as a reminder that every Filipino has the power to change their current situation. He added that its significance is even more pronounced today due to alleged corruption in the 2025 national budget, blatant threats and killings, and an all-out war between two powerful families instead of focusing on the country's pressing needs. Aside from Aquino D., other attendees included former presidential advisor on the peace process, Teresita Quintos Deles, Akbayan Party List first nominee, Chel Diokno, and Mamamayang Liberal Party List third nominee, Erin Tanyada. Meanwhile, several universities and colleges nationwide declared February 25 as an alternative learning day to commemorate the revolution. More from Francis Folve.
No class suspension, but some universities have declared Tuesday, February 25 as an alternative learning day in commemoration of the 39th anniversary of the EDSA People Power Revolution. Assumption College San Lorenzo, Ateneo de Manila University, FEU, Miriam College and UP campuses, except UP Cebu, which is among several known universities and schools that have suspended classes to allow students to participate in various activities. Meanwhile, several civil society and church groups have joined forces under the Clergy and Citizens for Good Governance. They have outlined their agenda for EDSA at 39. They oppose Malacanang's declaration of February 25 as a special working day, calling it part of what they describe as historical revisionism under the Marcos administration.
Kagaya rin ng pangarap ng mga sumalis noong EDSA People Power 1, gusto natin ng mas mapagkalinga, mas maunlad, mas mapayapang Pilipinas para sa lahat ng Pilipino. Kasi iyon ang nagkulang. Aminin man natin hindi, lahat ng gobyerno pagkatapos ng EDSA People Power 1 nagkulang sa pag-aangat ng kabuhayan ng ating mga kababayan. We have to acknowledge that para makita ng taong bayan na gusto nating baguhin na talaga ang sistema.
Masalimuot na proseso po yung pagkakaisa. At saka yung mga grupo na nagtitipon-tipon dito ngayon, baka hindi nagkakasundo sa ilang mga mahalagang bagay, kagaya po ng ating pagsusuri sa nakaraang mga administrasyon. Pero ang pinag-usapan po ngayon ay yung buhay, yung kahalagahan ng buhay ng kahit sinong mamamayan, at yung kinakalaban po natin ay yung mga nagbabanta ng pagpaslang at karahasan. Kapag yung pinag-usapan po ay yung pera ng bayan at tuwing nilulustay ito at kinukurakot ito.
The group also enumerated the lineup of activities to commemorate and pass on the lessons of EDSA to the new generation. One in particular is the opening of the new Aquino Museum in Tarlac. The group added that in 1986, their battle cry was "Oust the Dictator." 39 years later, their call is to hold PBBM accountable, prosecute former President Rodrigo Duterte, and start the trial for BP Sara Duterte's impeachment. Francis Polve, Billionario News Channel.
Tourists and businesses in Boracay remain unfazed despite the presence of algae in parts of the island. Paulo Barcelon tells us more.
Tourists and businesses remain brisk on Boracay despite the massive algal bloom around the island. Pictures of algae-laden waters and beaches on the top tourist destination recently went viral. But the local government is confident this will not affect visitor targets this year. 2.3 million tourists are expected to visit the island. Massive algal blooms on the island are normal, according to the local government and longtime residents. Even netizens are familiar with the natural phenomenon.
Ang impact naman kasi sa negosyo sa Boracay ay hindi naman nakadepende sa presence ng lumot at kung ano pa, kundi sa number ng tourist at saka sa quality ng tourist na nagpupunta sa Boracay. So regardless, merong lumot o walang lumot, as long as may certain numbers of tourists na pumunta sa Boracay, at the same time, yung number of tourists na yan ay magdepende din sa quality ng tourist or sa type ng tourist na nagpupunta sa Boracay.
Yung sa tubig, binabayaan natin kasi maraming isda dyan sa ilalim ng lumot na yan. Maliliit. So hanggang hindi siya masampa sa beach, hindi natin kukunin. So yung kinukuha every morning yan, yung nilagay sa taas, ilagay sa puno ng mga niyog, kasi marami ng mga rods na galabasan, because of beach erosion.
For now, businesses and local officials focus on how to bring more tourists to one of the world's best beaches. Cleanup activities are ongoing and the beach is gearing up for the expected influx of tourists this summer.
Dami na yung mga events. Yung pinakamalaki doon na itong hydro ngayon dahil papasok sila ng Boracay mayroon tayong isa sa Boracay natin, tuloy pa rin yung ating mga dragon boat. Ang daming mga beach competition na gagawin natin sa Boracay. Yung beach party natin, pinalik natin sa Boracay.
Totoo namang malaki yung arrival numbers natin pero medyo hindi masyadong masaya yung mga stakeholders when it comes to income generation. It's because ang low spending tourists yung na-attract or pumupunta or bumibisita sa Boracay recently.
Malay LGU officials are in Malaysia to promote the island paradise to tourists and investors. Here at home, Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco and Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla talked with local government heads and stakeholders to help make travel costs to Boracay cheaper. Paulo Barcelon, Bilyonaryo, News Channel.
As the Pentagon prepares to reduce its civilian workforce by around 8%, including 5,400 probationary staff, U.S. President Donald Trump starts the major shakeup of the highest U.S. military institution. In a Truth Social post, Trump thanked the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General C.Q. Brown, for his service. He then proceeded to nominate retired Lieutenant General Dan Kane to succeed most senior active duty officer in the U.S. military. Kane is known among his peers as apolitical. He is a retired F-16 pilot and the Associate Director for Military Affairs at the Central Intelligence Agency before his retirement last year. President Trump announced on Friday that he would also be replacing 5 other high-level military positions. The 29th Panagbanga, the Baguio Flower Festival, is nearing its climax. The penultimate weekend of the month-long festival kicked off today with the Grand Street Parade. Performers assembled at the Panagbanga Park for their Blossoms Beyond Boundaries performance. Cordilleran culture took center stage, from the dance of the Banga of Kalinga honoring Apo Wangod, to beats adapted to lyre music, dances of the fields, to displays of the Bagbagtu of the St. Louis University Center for Culture and the Arts. Participants included Filipinos from Baguio City's sister cities, San Antonio, Texas, Vallejo, California, Honolulu, Hawaii, Quebec and Gwangju, South Korea, Hanyu, Japan, Hangzhou, China, Van, Ontario, Canada, Narvacan, Ilocos Sur, and San Jose, Nueva Ecija. The celebration continues tomorrow with a grand floral float parade. And just a reminder, smoking and vaping is prohibited in all public places. And those are the news at this hour. I'm Maricar Bautista. Catch Weekend Agenda with George Cahiles later at 5:30 p.m. Stay tuned to Bilyonaryo News Channel on Free TV Channel 31, Channel 24 on Cignal, Channel 74 on Converge, and on our website bnc.ph. Thanks for watching.